Ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls baseball fans of all ages, hello and welcome to the Tom Graham Diamond at Memorial Field for today's junior varsity action. It's the Cardinal Spellman Cardinals visiting your Abington Green Wave. As always, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson. Pleasure to bring you today's game. It is an absolute beautiful afternoon here in Abington. 87 degrees, slight breeze coming in from the third baseline across the field. To start this one, Matt Fieldman hits a single right up the middle. Heads up! This one, another line shot past the diving shortstop. That will move the runners. Fieldman will hold at second. John Sellen with the second hit of the game for Spellman. Let's take you through their lineup. Matt Fieldman led off. Number 4, number 11, John Sellen just hit that single. Number 29, Adam Nash coming up now in the 3 slot. Number 14, Henry Rogers is the cleanup hitter. Leo Balowitz is batting 5th. Connor O'Donnell is batting. This is Abington's roster. Here's a liner down the right field line. That might score one. They're going to send Brian Gallagher around third, and the throw is cut off at first base. So Brian Gallagher will score the first run of today's game, and we'll start the lineup over as I was looking at the wrong side of the scorebook. It happens. It's been a crazy afternoon. That was Ryan McGivern with the single. Number 1, Brian Gallagher led off. He just scored. Jason Kelly is standing at third base. Ryan McGivern just hit that single. He's on first. Ryan Hemmings is batting cleanup in the box now. Number 3, Nick Crocietti is on deck. In the 6th hole is Blake Mcsweeney batting 7th. Michael Budietti. In the 8th slot, Danny Kisteniak. And batting 9th is Ben Catan. It is 1-0 Spellman. The Cardinals wearing their visiting maroon jerseys with white trim around the gold numbers and lettering. A stolen base here for McGivern. Second base wide open, no throw from Abington's pitcher Henry Rogers. That is strike 3 looking over the outside corner for Hemmings. That is the first out of the top of the first inning. The Green Wave defense, Henry Rogers is pitching. Doing the catching is Trent Patterson. Here's a nice grab at second base by Travis Swanson. Kind of stuck his glove up and said, "Look what I found." 2 outs now in the top of the first. Connor O'Donnell is at first base. Travis Swanson is at second base. The shortstop is Matt Fieldman. Left to third base is Leo Balowitz. Across the outfield, left to right, Adam Nash, John Sellen, and Pat Cummings. This is Blake Mcsweeney, the first baseman. He hits a chopper foul down the third base line. Runners on second and third, 2 on, 2 out here in the top of the first inning. Strike 3 looking, and after a little bit of a rough start, 3 outs in a row, 2 by way of the K. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. And we head to the bottom of the first. Matt Fieldman will lead off. John Sellen bats second. Adam Nash will bat third. The cleanup hitter is Henry Rogers. Leo Balowitz bats 5th. Connor O'Donnell hits 6th. Batting 7th is Pat Cummings. 8th is Trent Patterson. And in the 9 hole is Travis Swanson. The Spellman defense. At first base is Blake Mcsweeney. Second base is Jason Kelly. The shortstop is Brian Gallagher. Third base is Nick Crocietti. Left to right across the outfield, Danny Kisteniak. Michael Budietti, and Ben Catan. Ryan McGivern's doing the catching for Ryan Hemmings. Green Wave coming in at 3-3 on the year. The Cardinal Spellman Cardinals having a rough go of it, 0-7. Spellman, a small Catholic school on the east side of Brockton, right on Court Street at the top of the hill there. Great spot to watch the 4th of July fireworks at the Brockton Fair. Get the whole cityscape in the foreground. Very successful athletic programs usually at Spellman. Of course, the state championship basketball team back in 2014. This might be the first game that I've seen, perhaps ever, in which both pitchers are batting cleanup. It's one of those funny observations. Henry Rogers and Ryan Hemmings both batting 4th spot for their respective teams. Busy day here at the Beaverbrook Elementary School complex. Just a few hours ago, we had the graduating seniors of Abington High School had their parade around town and the lap around each of the schools that had a part in their education. Catch that one on the airwaves of Abington Community Access and Media a little bit later this week. Matt Fieldman leads off for the Green Wave, number 4.
Yo, let's go, Matt. Hey, yo, go. First thing,
The varsity teams for these two schools will duke it out on Saturday morning, 10 a.m. We'll have that one for you on Abington Community Access and Media. But with the one-game day, JV team gets bumped up to the Tom Graham Diamond. And Fieldman takes ball 1 outside. Pitch from Hemmings is outside, ball 2. 2-0 to Fieldman. He chops this one down the first base line, handcuffs the second baseman, but the throw is in time for the out. John Sullen, the center fielder. The left-handed batter, wearing number 11 for the Green Wave. Very sizable gap in right center field. And strike one on the inside corner.
Reset, refocus.
0-1 to Sellen.
Don't worry about it, Sticks. Go, Sticks. We need a high.
The 0-1 from Hemmings
Come on.
is lined foul. 0-2. Oh, and 2 from Hemmings. There's a line shot to left center field. It's going to fall in the gap. It's past the center fielder. Sellen heads for second. Might even turn the corner. He'll hold at second, and it's a one-out double for Sellen. That really got out there into the gap. Once you're past the outfielders, there's nothing stopping that ball. No fence or nothing. Adam Nash, the left fielder, steps in with a runner in scoring position. Number 29 for the Green Wave. Takes ball one upstairs. There's a very large gap in right center field. Henry Rogers, the pitcher, waiting on deck. This one gets past, and Sellen is at third base, and he turns the corner and got about a quarter of the way to home plate. No throw. Wild pitch by Hemmings. Ryan McGivern couldn't make the block. Nash with a golden opportunity to drive in a run here. Pitch from Hemmings is a ball low. It came bouncing across the plate. One away here, bottom of the first inning. This one is ball 4. Nash will walk on 5 pitches. Henry Rogers, the pitcher, steps in.
Let's go, Hanky!
Got to imagine Nash will take off on the first pitch here for a second. He holds it first. A blooper out into left field. It'll fall in. And Nash will hold it second. Sellen will score. We're tied up at 1. Nash moves up to second. Rogers with the RBI single. Leo Balowitz steps in, the third baseman, in the 5 spot today for the Green Wave. Runners on first and second. Just one out here in the bottom of the first. Ball outside. First pitch to Balowitz. This is ball 2 outside. 2-0 to Balowitz. Connor O'Donnell waiting on deck. Pitch from Hemmings. Tosses a curveball up in the zone. Strike 1. 2-1 to Balowitz. Decent lead at second for Nash. This is fouled off. It will fall out of play. Count evens up at 2-2. Two from Hemmings. Runners take off. No throw, and trying to figure out if that was a ball or a strike. That was strike three. It looked low and inside. Well, stolen bases for Nash and Rogers. They move up to second and third. Connor O'Donnell steps in with runners in scoring position. 2 away here in the bottom of the first. There's a long fly ball to right center. It's going to be over the head. It'll score 2 runs. O'Donnell turns for second. He's going to be up with a stand-up 2-run double. And that gives the Green Wave the lead in the bottom of the first inning. They lead it 3-1. Nash and Rogers both cross the plate. O'Donnell with the bomb to center field. Pat Cummings, the right fielder, steps in now. Takes strike 1 over the inside corner. Big hit from O'Donnell. Of course, the younger brother of the varsity, Aiden O'Donnell. This one upstairs. Trent Patterson is awaiting on deck. Line shot is fair down the third base line. O'Donnell's going to turn for home, and the throw is going to be cut off. O'Donnell in standing up. The Green Wave take a 4-1 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. Cummings with the RBI single. Trent Patterson, number 8 hitter in the Green Wave lineup, steps in. Big lead on first for Cummings. Can imagine he's taking off here with a lead like that. It's probably 7 feet. He'll hold, surprisingly. The Spellman Cardinals will throw down. Diving back in safely was Cummings.
It's so hot out.
That was a monster lead over at first base. Cummings retakes his 7-foot lead. Hemmings becomes set. And he will step off. Cummings dives back in safely. It's a big leads. About 8 feet off of the bag for Cummings. Hemmings home with the pitch. It's a strike to Patterson over the outside corner. Cummings holds it first. Cummings a very tall body over there. This one is way upstairs. On the curveball, you can't imagine that was a pitch out. Hemmings becomes set. Now Cummings will take off for second. The throw down is going to be much too late. A stolen base for Pat Cummings. It's Patterson now with a runner in scoring position. This one in the dirt. Cummings will take off for third. No throw. Passed ball that time will be credited to Ryan McGivern. Travis Swanson awaiting on deck. Patterson takes ball 4 upstairs, a bit outside. Swanson a chance to do some further damage here. The Green Wave lead at 4-1 in the bottom of the first. Got to imagine Patterson's taken off for second at his earliest convenience. He's got an 8-foot lead over there at first. He holds this time, but the run is going to come home on the wild pitch. Cummings scores. Patterson moves up to second. Run batted in for Swanson. Second wild pitch of the inning for Ryan Hemmings. This one comes bouncing across. 2-0 to Swanson. The 2-0 from Ryan Hemmings. Patterson on second. Swanson, big swing and a miss at strike 1. Decent lead at second for Patterson. And Swanson gets a piece of this one. It's going to fall in the right center field gap. Patterson turns for home. And it's an RBI single for Travis Swanson. The Green Wave have batted around here in the bottom of the first inning. Swanson on first. He's the only base runner. Matt Fieldman, the first time to the dish this inning. He grounded out to second base. Pass ball, and Swanson will move up to second. The third wild pitch of the inning for Hemmings.
6-1.
And we will have a meeting at the mound as Ryan Hemmings is having a tough go of it here in the bottom of the first inning. 6 runs on 6 hits, 2 walks. Green Wave have batted around. Fieldman up for the second time in the inning. For those wondering, the slaughter rule is 10 runs after 4.5 innings. Scheduled 7-inning game. Busy week the rest of the week on Abington Community Access and Media for Green Wave Sports. Tomorrow we've got a plethora, that's an SAT word, folks, of sporting events. 5 of them tomorrow. Softball, double lacrosse, ultimate frisbee. A lot of games going on tomorrow afternoon. Friday we've got ultimate frisbee as they host Severian. And Saturday morning, we'll be back here at the Tom Graham Diamond for the varsity edition of the game you're watching now, Cardinal Spellman Cardinals and the Abington Green Wave. Decent lead at second for Swanson. And they'll step off. The diving back in time is Swanson. Fieldman steps back in. Hemmings becomes set. His pitch is upstairs. 3-0 to Fieldman. Got to imagine Fieldman's looking all the way here. And it's ball 4 up over his head. Fieldman had to duck out. It's a walk on 4 pitches. There are 2 outs in the bottom of the first. And that's going to be it for Ryan Hemmings. It'll be Brian Gallagher taking the hill. Hemmings to second.
6-1, 2 outs.
And Kelly moves over to shortstop. It is 6-1 Abington here in the bottom of the first inning. John Sellen is getting ready to come up for the second time. He singled and scored his first time up. Rather, doubled and scored his first time up. Hit the long gap shot to left center.
James, I love your chance.
So Brian Gallagher, the new Spellman pitcher. See if he can get the just 1 out required to end the first frame.
The ball I hit was like hit right here. Ladies and I got it. I did? I think I did. I think I knocked him out. Yeah, John, did I hit you in that? Hey, here we go, John. Here we go, Six. Yeah. Go 1. How does the ball fit your brain?
There are 2 outs and 2 on here for Abington in the bottom of the first. John Sellen doubled to right center field his first time up. Chance to do even further damage here. Sellen, big swing and a miss at strike 1. Swanson takes a decent sized lead over at second. Sellen fouls this one off the very end of his bat. Strike 2, 0-2 now to Sellen. The 0-2 from Gallagher. Ball skips across it, actually hit the plate. Ball 1. We'll await the dust storm to die down. Very dry, windy afternoon here in Abington. Ball and 2 strikes to Sellen. They will check Swanson at second. He gets back safely. A half dive, half slide. Swanson back in safely. The 1-2 from Gallagher. And Gallagher steps off as Swanson was like 10 feet off the bag. A little bit of dirt might have gotten the catcher's eyes. Ball and 2 strikes from Brian Gallagher. Selland takes ball 2 upstairs and outside. Count evens up now at 2-2. Two from Gallagher. Selland fouls it off just above the handle of his bat. The count remains 2-2. Adam Nash awaiting on deck. Gallagher becomes set. The 2-2. It's outside, full count. Selland working it full.
Luke, why aren't you on the field?
3 balls, 2 strikes, the payoff pitch upcoming from Brian Gallagher.
Go, son. Hey, you're good.
They'll check Swanson again. Nobody was on the base. Gallagher wanted to throw it. Home with the pitch, and Selland swings and misses at strike 3. That will end the inning, but the Green Wave did some major damage. 6 runs on 6 hits, 3 walks in the inning. And the Green Wave have chased Spellman's starting pitcher in the first frame. Michael Budietti will lead off for the Cardinals. Danny Kostiniak will bat second. Ben Catan is due up third. After 4
after 4. Okay. They got to play at least 4.
There'll be a point.
Yeah. Just now while they warm it up.
Pitches before they close.
Yeah. And that'll even it out.
Well, they'll do
Okay, yeah.
just
Okay.
like if they
Shane, give it to him. There you go.
2 substitutions. But they'll put those players in. They'll get a few hits. Everyone else will just start taking pitches.
Just gonna move it along.
Feel as though my neck is going to be sunburned.
That sunscreen. Alright. Should put some on my car.
The sun can do whatever damage it wants to me. I figure it's a force power that I can. Force powerful enough that it'll do whatever it wants.
Whatever it wants to.
Dude, why are you gonna super spread?
I don't know.
It doesn't need to be.
It's on a slant, so I wanted its nice sturdy base.
It's all about leverage and torque.
Well, I ain't no scientist. I'm just a cameraman. Rocking the Hawaiian.
Top of the second inning, Michael Budietti. He is the Cardinals center fielder. He takes ball 1 inside and low from Henry Rogers, who's back on the bump for the second inning. 6-1 Green Wave. A pop-up in the direction of Swanson at second. It's going to get over his head and fall in for a base hit. Danny Kostiniak, he's the left fielder. He steps in now, number 5 for the Cardinals. The attempted knuckleball hits Kostiniak. Budietti moves over to second. Now, it was an attempted knuckleball from Rogers. Got inside. Ben Catan, the right fielder, steps in. Swing and a miss at strike 1. Very rarely do you see high school players throwing knuckleballs. Swing and a miss, strike 2 with a uneven wave from Catan. Going 2 from Rogers. Strike 3, looking. Third strikeout of the day, all looking for Rogers. Brian Gallagher, the new Cardinal Spellman pitcher, steps in. He singled and scored the only Spellman run of the afternoon. Fouls this one off. Gallagher lines this one to center field, going in, and it will bounce off of the Green Wave center fielder, who shoots to third, but not in time. 1 run scores. Budietti crossed the plate. Kostiniak is at third, and it's a double for Gallagher. Jason Kelly singled his first time up. Rogers goes home with the curveball. It is high and outside. This one over the inside corner. Fouled off. Ball and 2 strikes now from Rogers. And this one hits Kelly. Second hit batsman of the inning. And that will load the bases for Ryan McGivern, who hit a single his first time up. Curveball a little bit upstairs. Ball 1. Breaking news. When news breaks, the Mad Dog breaks it. Adam Vinatieri has announced his retirement from the National Football League after 24 seasons. I don't think he was on a roster last year. Might have been on the Colts roster. Big swing and a miss from McGivern with the bases drunk. This one's going to be fouled off. Pitch from Rogers is fouled off. This one blooped to right field. It'll fall in. The runners will all move up one base, and a run will score. So McGivern with an RBI single. Gallagher at third, Kelly at second, McGivern at first. Ryan Hemmings struck out looking his first time up. This one lined foul. This one lined, and a great diving stab. Diving back in safely to third, almost a double play. Nick Crucietti flew out to second his last time up. Now 2 away in the top half of the second.
Came to you last time, Travis.
This one blooped to second. Swanson knocks it down. The throw to first not in time. A run will score. Kelly moves up to third. McGivern to second. Crucietti has a 2-out RBI single. Blake Mcsweeney struck out looking his first time up. Fouls this one off. Michael Budietti waiting on deck. Big swing and a miss. Strike 2 to McSweeney. Pitch from Rogers is fouled off on the check swing. The count remains 0-2. The 0-2 is upstairs, ball 1. Ball and 2 strikes to Blake McSweeney. Rogers trying to get out of the jam. This one lined to left. It's going to fall in. One will score. McGivern turns for home. And there will be no throw. 2 runs score. And it's a 2-run single for McSweeney. Blue. Michael Budietti singled and scored his last time up. Hits this one to shortstop. It hops on him, and they'll be safe all around. Budietti on base for the second time this inning. The game now tied at 6. Danny Kostiniak was hit by a pitch and scored his last time up. That one's good for a strike over the middle of the plate. This one fouled off. Ball and 2 strikes to Kostiniak. The pitch from Rogers. Fouled off. Centrala.
Oh, I got 2 more. Thank you.
That shot. Ball and 2 strikes to Kostiniak. Fouled off. We'll do it again. We've lost a lot of foul balls this inning. This one in the dirt. Ball 2. The count evens up at 2-2. Ben Catan waiting on deck. Fouls this one off. Athletic Director Peter Serino shagging balls down the left field line. Count moves full. The payoff pitch upcoming to Danny Kostiniak. All tied up at 6 apiece. The payoff pitch from Rogers is fouled off. We'll do it again. The 2-out payoff pitch from Rogers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The inning finally comes to an end, but not before the Cardinals put up 5 runs and tie the game at 6. We're headed to the bottom of the second inning. Adam Nash, Henry Rogers, and Leo Balowitz all due up for the Green Wave.
Jake, we got 2, 3, 4, right? 3, 4, 5? Oh, yeah. 3, 4, 5. John's 2, yeah.
You know how we get the motion sensor security cam?
Hey, I'll need a first base coach, too. It doesn't have to be Shane.
They walk in. We're in and out all day. This is reloaded, right? Really? Not yesterday, but the day
No,
before.
6.
Today's Monday.
Let's bat around again.
In and out all day.
Wait, I got 3 H's.
With a baby?
Yeah. I'm like, so disappeared at 4:30. Came back in at 3:15 in the morning.
They had to go to the hospital?
I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, there's no way they're his parents, because they would not be his parents until 2 years ago.
said Monique was feeling well yesterday.
Fucking fell right off the good thing. So like a knuckleball. Something that I wouldn't have done.
So get back around 2:15.
Tuesday.
Alex leaves at 2:45. Back at 3:15. Leaves again at 4. Back at 4:30
Huh.
in the morning.
Trent.
My God. Okay.
So
What the hell?
I didn't see him at any point. I texted him. I asked him, like, "You guys coming back tonight?"
Yeah.
Keep everything low at all times.
So I got the lowdown yesterday
Okay.
at
And if they
dinner.
make contact, it's a
Right.
ground ball.
Some postpartum issue and the emergency room at Good Sam was involved. So they spent like 5 hours waiting in the emergency room.
Like, of course. For what? Not, Monique's not doing it.
I'm imagining there's like bleeding or something.
Ew.
She needed an urgent prescription for something. So
Okay.
that could be anything. Wow.
All right.
But neither of them slept
Not tonight.
at all.
Right.
What?
That's what's going on.
All right.
Bottom of the, let's see, second inning starts with a foul out of play.
So many foul balls.
Is there a windshield?
I didn't hear anything.
If you hear like a crack, it's the ball hitting pavement. If
Right.
you hear glass shatter, it's windshield.
Exactly. I think it was grass.
Adam Nash walked and scored his last time up. Gallagher is back on the bump for the second inning.
Go AJ.
Chopped up the middle. It's going to take a high hop. The throw is in time. And Nash is retired. Henry Rogers singled and scored his first time up.
Go Hanky, let's get some more cushion. Do yourself some justice here, kid.
One away here, bottom of the second. Rogers fouls this one off.
Foul balls. Over here. Go 1-4.
Leo Balowitz waiting on deck. Rogers looks at a ball over the outside corner. It's 1-1 to the Green Wave pitcher. This one off the handle of the bat. It will be caught bucket style by the shortstop. Quick 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
Let's start it up here.
Leo Balowitz struck out looking his first time up.
Ball played out, kid. What?
Strike one at the knees, right down the middle to Balowitz. Brian Gallagher starting to settle down out there.
Go. Good eye, kid.
Ball outside in the dirt. Count evens at 1-1. The 1-1 is inside and low ball 2. Balowitz chops it off the plate. Fair ball. The throw down from the catcher is in time. And how about that? A 1-2-3 bottom of the second inning. Wild one shaping up here at the Tom Graham Diamond. It is 6-6. And we're headed to the top of the third inning. Ben Catan will lead off. Brian Gallagher and Jason Kelly do up second and third. Six runs on 9 hits for the Cardinals. They have left 5 runners stranded to this point. Ben Catan leads off. He struck out looking his first time up. There's a shot out to left, sizing it up and making the catch is Adam Nash. There is one away here in the top of the third. Brian Gallagher has hit a single and a double today, scored both times on the base paths. Strike one tossed in from Henry Rogers. Ground ball up the middle. It gets past Rogers, who couldn't spin around. And, in fact, he gets past the center fielder, John Sellen. The throw to second is in time for the out. Good play by Swanson. So Gallagher credited with the single thrown out on the advancement. And there is 2 away here in the top of the third. Jason Kelly is 1 for 1, a single. He was hit by a pitch in his last at bat. Takes strike one over the inside corner. Pitch from Rogers is fouled off. Strike two. The 0-2 from Henry Rogers. Grounded down to first. It takes the high hop off the lip. And that will be a 2-out single for Kelly. 1 on, 2 out for the Cardinals in the top of the third. Ryan McGivern 2 for 2 with 2 singles. He has scored once today. Big swing and a miss at strike 1. Fouled off 0-2. Ryan Hemmings awaiting on deck. The 0-2 coming from Rogers. Big lead over at first. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The side is retired. Crazy one shaping up. No runs. Technically speaking, 2 hits, no errors. We're at the middle of the third inning. It is 6-6. The Green Wave will send up Connor O'Donnell, Pat Cummings, and Trent Patterson in the bottom half of the third.
Here's the question for you. Is M straight up moving back to Texas, or is she going to spend her vacations and stuff back here?
Oh, she's coming back.
We couldn't quite figure out if she was straight up full on moving to Texas,
I mean, she's moving. She's getting an apartment in Texas.
but that's just for school. It's
Yeah.
like when you went to NYU, you still lived here.
Yeah, like I came back from the summer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I will be doing stuff during the summer still as well. So like, she's welcome to stay in the basement apartment there still. Over like summers.
It's honestly hotter in there.
She may stay in Texas for like holidays and summers occasionally, just to like complete summer semesters and stuff. I don't know.
How long is she in for?
She's got a 2-year master's at SNU. And then from there, it's
This is ridiculous. 6-6. We've batted around in 2 halves of an inning, and then we come back with 2 1-2-3s.
oof.
Life comes at you fast.
JV, anything can happen. But yeah, she's got a 2-year SMU back.
Mustangs.
She might be able to make it like 1.5 if she does like a summer thing. Might be sooner. But from there, it's like she could go wherever she wants. Go to UCLA or she could go to Indiana University. Wherever.
We shall toast her by eating
The leadoff is only.
Of course. So that she doesn't have to.
exactly. Less gluten out there to
In the
Twitter.
world, exactly.
Really, it's a service that we provide.
Right.
Connor O'Donnell leads off for the Green Wave, the bottom half of the third inning, all knotted up at 6 runs apiece. O'Donnell hit a double and scored his first time up. It's been a wild one. Both teams have batted around the order in 1/2 of an inning, and both teams responded to that by coming back with a no-run innings. Spellman came back with a 1-2-3 inning. The Green Wave, with the exception of one single, retired the first 3 batters that they've faced. Pat Cummings waiting on deck. That one is low and away. Brian Gallagher back on the bump for the 3rd. He came on in relief in the bottom of the 1st inning. This one upstairs for ball 4. O'Donnell has walked. Pat Cummings singled and scored his first time up. Most memorable part of that was his enormous 10-foot leads on the bases. And Cummings looks at strike 1 right down Broadway. This is the first time he has faced Gallagher. His first at bat was up against Hemmings. He hits a slicer to right. It's over the head of the second baseman. O'Donnell gets to second safely. Green Wave have their first 2 hitters of the bottom of the 3rd on. Trent Patterson walked and scored his last time up. Travis Swanson awaiting on deck. Patterson looks at strike 1. This is the first time that he has faced Gallagher. Big lead at first for Cummings. This one upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike to Patterson. Big swing and a miss for Patterson. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Let's go, Trent.
Gallagher home with the pitch. It's strike 3, a big swing and a miss for Patterson. The first out of the inning. Travis Swanson hit a single his first time up.
Go, Travis. Oh, boy.
Swanson swings at the high pitch, fouls it off.
Go, Travis. Go, Swanson.
Nice little hole between first and second if Swanson can find it.
Right past second base. Oh, boy.
This one outside. Ball 1, a ball and a strike to Swanson. Gallagher might be getting a little bit antsy about the runners. Top of the order is on deck, Matt Fieldman.
Oh, boy.
This one fouled off.
Let's go, Travis.
Ball and 2 strikes to Swanson. 2 on, 1 out.
Go, Travis. Protect now, kid.
Another one fouled off from Swanson. The count remains 1-2.
Go, Swanson. Hey, Beta. Go.
One ball, 2 strikes to the Green Waves number 9 hitter. This one upstairs, ball 2. Count evens up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fieldman waiting on deck. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. This one upstairs, the count moves full.
Selling. You're in the hole. Selling. You're in the hole. Let's go. Why is that?
3 balls, 2 strikes to Travis Swanson, who singled his first time up. The payoff pitch upcoming from Brian Gallagher, who's on in relief of Ryan Hemmings. Here is the payoff pitch from Gallagher. Fouled off, sliced down the right field line. Swanson's making solid contact. Just a little bit late on the swing. The payoff pitch from Gallagher. Swanson, it dies in the grass. The throw is going to be close, and it's in time, but the runners move up. So it's a sacrifice grounder for Swanson. That Fieldman comes up. He is 0 for 1, also walked. Cummings big lead at second. Gallagher is going from the windup here with the run around third.
Big AB here, kid. Big AB, big spot here, kid.
This one upstairs. Good call from McGivern that says, don't even bother covering the runner at second. Cummings will take a 12-foot lead here. 1-0 to Fieldman. Inside. That's ball 3, rather. 3 balls, no strikes to Fieldman. John Sellon awaiting on deck. And Fieldman gets hit on the left wrist. You heard that one. Right on the wrist. John Sellon has hit a double and struck out. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Chance to do some damage with the bases loaded here. In the bottom of the 3rd inning, there's 2 outs. Gallagher switches back to the set. Interesting choice. This is when the hard liner hits the lip of the infield. O'Donnell's going to cross the plate. They'll send the speedy Cummings. The throw to second is cut off. Runners on the corners, 2 runs score. And it's a 2-out, 2-run single for John Sellon. Green Wave take An 8-6 lead.
Did I lead off or did he?
AJ went off.
Selin takes off for second. He's upstanding, no throw.
There's a steal. How many outs? 2 outs.
Runners on second and third now with 2 outs for Adam Nash, who is 0 for 1. He also walked. Chops this one down the third base line. It rolls foul.
This baseline is so much smaller than the first baseline. Look at why that one is. This baseline is way smaller. Oh yeah. Or is it just the angle we're looking at?
Now switching back to the, oh, funny I should start saying that, back to the set for Gallagher. This one is a ball upstairs. He started in the windup, stepped off, went from the set.
Another head injury. Go ahead, Jay.
Ball outside. 3 balls, 1 strike to Nash. Gallagher will step off and chase Selin back to second.
Hey, do not.
Big lead at second. Gallagher becomes set. Goes home with the pitch. And it's a ball outside. Ball 4. Nash has walked for the second time today. Henry Rogers has hit a single and popped out to shortstop. Bases loaded, nowhere to put him for Henry Rogers. He takes ball 1 outside. .1-0 from Gallagher. So over the outside corner, strike 1. Leo Balowitz waiting on deck. Pitch from Gallagher is high, but a swing and a miss from Rogers. Ball in 2 strikes now to the Green Waves pitcher. Rogers fouled it off. They're going to rule Rogers out because he swung and got hit, I guess. But either way, it's a strikeout. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Cardinals in the bottom of the third. The Green Wave taking 8-6 lead.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That sounds good. Yeah, they're right after us. I know. My cousin just had a baby. Yep. Herschel Chow Kalika. Jewish. Oh yeah. Jewish. I think so, yeah. Oh yeah. Good name, Herschel. Oh yeah.
Abington's got 8 runs, 8 hits, stranded 5. Spellman's got 6 runs on 9 hits.
Okay. Alright. JV. Anything can happen.
Tennis for Monday.
Tennis. Too good to.
Ryan Hemmings leads off for the Cardinals. Nick Cruciati is on deck. Blake Mcsweeney due up third. Hemmings is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out to short. He grounds out to short this time. The throw is not in time. And Hemmings beats out the slow grounder. Matt Fieldman, good attempt over at short. Nick Cruciati is 1 for 2, a single and a line out to second. Floats this one out to right. It's deep and it's over the head of Pat Cummings. The Cardinals are chasing each other on the base pass. The throw home is going to be cut off by O'Donnell, and Hemmings scores all the way from first on the no-out triple by Cruciati, the first triple of the game. Cardinals get it to 8-7. Blake Mcsweeney, 1 for 2, a strikeout and a single. Floats this one out to center. Making the grab is selling the shoot home. Under the tag. A phenomenal shoot from center for John Sellen. There was a very close play at the plate, but looked like he got just under the tag. It's a sacrifice fly for Mcsweeney. Michael Buttietti is 2 for 2, 2 singles. Danny Kostiniak waiting on deck. Line to second. Swanson reaches up and makes the grab. Second time today that Swanson has reached up and made a grab exactly like that. 2 outs now in the top of the fourth. Danny Kostiniak is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch back in the second inning. Pops this one up foul. It will go out of play. This one fouled off. 0-2 now to Kostiniak. The 0-2 from Rogers. Got him on the junk ball outside. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. It is evened up at 8. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth.
Pitcher. Hey, who you got up right now? 5, right? 5, 6, 7. I'm the first base coach. So what is Henry? How's he on? What? Oh, wait, no. I'll get first. Yeah, on the bat.
too good to.
So the catcher's now pitching.
Oh man,
Who's catching? See the number on him? He's on the
one. That's one. Previous pitcher.
previous pitcher.
Wow.
So for Varsity,
Belichick's favorite team, Varsity.
that's Gallagher's going to catch him.
Oh man.
Who's it short? Three? So 4 moves back to second. What number is it? What number is it short with the high side? So third moves to short.
My gosh.
Who's a third? Six moves from second to third. Two still in use? Yeah. Outfield hasn't changed. Or has it? They have. It's no right field.
I didn't even know I had Spellman on.
Until you get up there. That's a weird donuts.
It's alright.
Center and left field are the same. Leo Balowitz will lead off. Numerous changes defensively for the Cardinals. We'll start with the pitcher. That is now Ryan McGivern, the previous catcher. Now doing the catching is Ryan Hemmings. I lied. Brian Gallagher is now catching. Jason Kelly moves back over to second from shortstop. Ryan Hemmings takes over at third, moving over from second. Nick Cruciati is now the shortstop, moving over from third base. And the new right fielder is number 11. Working on a name for him. McGivern has tossed the first 2 pitches in for balls. It is tied up 8-8 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Balowitz takes strike 1. Connor O'Donnell is waiting on deck. The attempted knuckleball is ball 4. Connor O'Donnell, 1 for 1. He also walked. He has scored both times around the base paths. His lone hit was a double back in the 1st inning. O'Donnell led off last inning. He'll take ball 1 a bit upstairs. Another attempted knuckle from McGivern. It's high and outside. This one comes bouncing across. Decent lead at first for Balowitz. And O'Donnell walks on 4 pitches. Pat Cummings is 2 for 2 with 2 singles and 2 runs scored.
Yeah, or 2 in a row. Sorry, I have a confession. Mine that I should have not got a concussion. Maybe catch the ball. There's nothing I could have done.
McGivern tosses another attempted knuckle in the dirt. Ball 1 to Cummings. McGivern having some issues reaching the plate, and we'll have a meeting at the mound. 2 walks to start the bottom of the 4th inning for McGivern, and coach has seen enough. The new pitcher is going to be Blake Mcsweeney. Pitching change, there's 2 on, no outs, 2 walks to start the bottom of the 4th inning. Green Wave looking to regain their lead. We're all knotted up 8-8.
First baseman is now pitching.
We'll just say that it was all wrong.
Pat Cummings, 2 for 2. 2 singles, 2 runs scored. Trent Patterson's on deck. New pitcher is Blake Mcsweeney. He does a 1-for-1 switch with Ryan McGivern. McGivern, 11 pitches, 2 strikes. Decent lead at second for Balowitz. And McSweeney tosses his first pitch as a ball low and outside. Slow curveball is ball 4 to Cummings. Trent Patterson, 0 for 1, a walk and a strikeout.
Hey, who wants to be first baseman? Shin! Shin! Shin!
Travis Swanson on deck. Bases loaded, nowhere to put him, no outs. And the ball comes skipping across. The Green Wave will not test it. No outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Balowitz on third, Connor O'Donnell at second, Pat Cummings at first. Cummings has about a 15-foot lead over there at first. This one comes up high, 2-0.
Come on, Trent. Here we go, kid. Let's go. I feel it.
Mcsweeney's 2-0. Popped straight up. Gallagher couldn't get his glove on it.
That was a blessing, Trent.
And that is a little bit of a Christmas gift to Patterson. About 7 months early. Count moves to 2-1.
Yeah, yeah. I'm back.
The 2-1 to Patterson.
Oh, boy. Oh.
Strike two comes in the very bottom of the strike zone.
Come on, Trent. Here we go, Trent. Here we go, kid. Here we go, Trent. Here we go, kid. Yeah. Oh, boy.
This one outside. The count moves full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the green wave catcher Trent Patterson. Blake Mcsweeney. The payoff pitch. Fouled off. We'll do it again.
Stay back, stay back. Early. Don't jump at it.
Patterson wanted every last inch of that one. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. First out of the inning, Travis Swanson is 1 for 2. Ground out to short and a single. This one in the dirt. Swanson backs out. Balowitz is going to come in from third. Under the tag, a run scores. O'Donnell moves up to third. Cummings glided over to second. First base open now. Green Wave now lead it 9-8.
Let's go, Swanee.
Wild pitch from Mcsweeney. This one comes in upstairs. Big lead, a big secondary lead at third for O'Donnell. This one, good stop by Gallagher. Gallagher will pump fake down to third.
Carter, remember how fast you are. Yeah. Hey, lightning. No disrespect.
3-0 to Swanson.
Yeah. Where's that kid?
Duck out and take ball 4. 4 walks in the first 5 batters of the inning, and that reloads the bases. Matt Fieldman was hit by a pitch his last time up. Overall, he is 0 for 1. He also walked and grounded out to second base. Bases loaded. Swanson at first, Cummings at second, O'Donnell at third. Fieldman fouls it off of the left leg of the umpire.
Yo, Blue. Blue, he dropped something. Behind him.
0-1 to Fieldman.
Let's go, Matt Fieldman.
Fieldman, big swing and a miss, strike 2.
Hey, gotta protect. Might throw the funny one.
Pitch from Mcsweeney, in there for strike 3 on the curveball. John Sellen hit a single his last time up, 2 for 3 overall, a single, a double, and a strikeout. Chance to do some damage. 2 away here now in the bottom of the 4th. Sellen, high pop up into foul territory. It's going to fall. A lot of foul ground over there. O'Donnell at third, Cummings at second, Swanson at first. John Sellen at the plate. Curveball comes in high and a bit outside. If Sellen stepped into that, he's probably got a bases clearing event going on. Sellen lines this one down the first base line, foul. Sellen gets hit by the pitcher on his foot, and that will plate the 10th Green Wave run of the day. Cummings up to third, Swanson over to second. Adam Nash is 0 for 1. He's walked twice and grounded to shortstop. Hank Rogers waiting on deck. Nash reaches out for it, fouls it off. This one bounces, but Cummings holds at third. If there's any member of the Green Wave that's going to come home on a wild pitch or pass ball, it's going to be Cummings. Probably take about 5 steps to get there, too. He's got some very long strides. This one in the dirt. Cummings about halfway down the line will trot back to third. Two and 1 to Rogers, or rather Nash. Swanson's about 15 feet off of second base. Nash pops this one up. Count even to 2 and 2 to Adam Nash. Curveball, Nash hacks at it down low. And Nash beats it out, the throw's wild. Swanson's gonna score from third, the ball out of play over the white line. And let's see, Nash ends up at second, Sellen at third. 2-run score. And every single bit of the 2 errors on that play go to the shortstop. Fielding error and then a throwing error. It's credited to Nick Cruciati. Henry Rogers, the cleanup hitter, is at the plate. Might consider walking him with first base open. Nash fouls this one off out of play. Rogers takes ball upstairs.
Go, Hank.
Leo Balowitz, who led off the inning, is on deck. Rogers lines this one fair down the third base line. They're going to send Nash home, another 2-run score. It's a 2-out, 2-run double for Hank Rogers. And for the second time this game, the Green Wave have batted around the order in a half of an inning. They have scored 6 runs this inning. There are 2 outs. Balowitz takes ball 1 outside. (14-8), if my math is correct. The Green Wave lead it. This one comes bouncing across, another wild pitch. Rogers moves up to third. Pitch to Balowitz. He floats it into shallow left. Moving in, unable to make the grab is the Cardinals left fielder. Another run's going to score. Rogers crosses the plate, and it's an RBI single for Balowitz. He is on base for the second time this inning. Let's see, Connor O'Donnell has been on base 3 times, 2 walks and a double.
We have like a combined like 10 errors. Some Bears. Like 15 or something.
Ball 1 upstairs. (15-8) now the score. The Green Wave on top. And here's a rocket out to center field. It's way back. Balowitz turns third, and O'Donnell is up at second with an RBI double.
Run faster! Need some conditioning in from Carol.
What a shot from O'Donnell.
On the track.
Make it 16-8. Pat Cummings has been on base 3 times, including once earlier this inning. 2 singles and a walk. At some point, we got to look at ourselves and say this is just a little bit ridiculous. But hey, we're having fun. It's 83 degrees with a nice breeze coming in. Cummings takes ball 2. There is a travel league game that's supposed to be taking place on this field at this moment. They have been bumped to the normal JV field because we're only in the bottom of the 4th inning.
It was good the first.
Cummings fouls off another one.
Is that Frankie? I shoot 40 pitches more.
O'Donnell, decent lead at second. This one comes across in the dirt.
Wait, you saw me?
3 balls, 2 strikes to Cummings, full count. This one skips past the pitcher, O'Donnell, with the play action over at second base, and he'll hold. Trent Patterson waiting on deck. Cummings takes strike 3. Might have been a little bit outside. The umpire's thinking the same thing the rest of us are. Let's see. 8 runs off of 3 hits and a multitude of errors. The Green Wave lead it 16-8, heading to the top of the 5th inning.
Quite the football game we got going on here. Wow.
You got 16? You got
Yeah.
16?
16 to 8.
Alrighty.
Top 5.
Alrighty.
16 to 8 on top of the table. It's been like 2.5.
And it's been, let's see, we started around 3:30, right?
3:30. Yeah, we did.
It's now been about 2 hours.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, suppose I could take over the commentary. It's
8 runs on 3 hits?
We said we could, the coaches can make one. We can make one.
But no, like, yeah.
No, it's just like,
Give us 2 hours.
sure.
okay, you and stuff.
How many left on this?
Is that all the time?
I think we're just in it for the memes now.
Oh, yeah, probably, yeah.
This can go viral.
Oh, there you go, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah.
4 walks. 4 hits.
It's 5:21.
I was like, oh, we're at home. Like,
Side to me?
Yeah, no big, no community.
Nope.
time early than we usually do. Like,
Not really.
usually we start at 4.
Yeah.
We play 7? Alicia, we play 7?
7, yes.
If we get that far?
If we get that.
I was gonna say.
So it's 16-8, heading to the top of the 5th inning.
That looked pretty 1-4.
This is the spot in the lineup previously filled by Ben Catan. The pinch hitter is number 7.
Hey, good fire, Henry. Here we go, 1-4.
Ryan Gallagher waiting on deck. Last half inning for the Green Wave. 8 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors. 1 left on base. There were 4 walks and 1 hit batsman. A wave and a miss at strike 3. Quick first out here in the top of the 5th.
Let's go, Henry. Here we go, kid.
Thank you for hanging in with us on Abington Community Access and Media as we approach the 2-hour mark for this game. We tipped off at about 3:30 in the afternoon. At current time, it is 5:23. Line shot down the left field line, foul. Strike over the outside corner to Gallagher. This one fouled off out of play. Two and two to Gallagher. This one gets through. Selland picks it up in center, and it's a one-out single for Gallagher. Gallagher's got three singles and a double on the day. Jason Kelly pops it up to second base, and the shortstop can't make the grab, but the force out at second as going back to first to try to prevent the double play was Gallagher. And we've seen it all, folks. 2 away here in the top of the 5th inning. I think everyone's getting a little bit punch drunk here. It's been 2 hours since first pitch. It's been an average of 85 degrees and sunny throughout this one. They'll check the runner at first. He dives back in safely, does Jason Kelly. Ryan McGivern has 2 singles and a strikeout to his name today, 2 for 3. Big swing and a miss by the former catcher and former pitcher, Ryan McGivern, now playing first base for the Cardinals. He golfs this one out to center. It'll fall in for a base hit. That sounded like it went off the very end of the bat. McGivern is 3 for 4. Ryan Hemmings started off this game so many hours ago pitching for Cardinal Spellman. He hits a chopper down the third baseline foul. Hemmings is 1 for 3, a single, strikeout, and a pop out to shortstop. This one sliced foul. Swing and a miss at strike 3. That will end the inning. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is 16-8, Abington on top.
Who's up? Approaching the 2 hour mark. They're gonna call it here. I don't know.
Pat was up last.
Patterson, Swanson, excuse me.
8-pound, 6-ounce, newborn baby.
Been here for 2. It's 5:30.
I'm saying Grace. I like the baby version of Jesus the best. When you say Grace, you can be nursing home Jesus. Spellman dug it. Throw it the damn towel. Throw it the damn towel.
Oh man, yikes!
I want it out of I like the time rule because this game may never end. There is a stop. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. We scored 2 runs.
I think Spellman is
Coach, are we done?
I got a foul ball.
Thank you. Pray with me. They're talking about it. All right. Throw in the towel. Come on, here we go.
No time on it.
Oh, actually. I think it's because they don't have any
Hey, fellas, bring it out. Bring it out. Let's go.
Bring it up.
Let
You're good.
me wrap.
In a strange plot twist, the remaining innings of this one have been waved off. The final score is going to be 16-8. Abington gets the victory. They'll move to 4-3 on the season. The Cardinals, Spellman Cardinals on the other side, will fall to 0-8. The final score 16-8 Abington. It's been a wild one. I want to thank you for hanging in with us all afternoon here at the Tom Graham Diamond at Memorial Field. I want to thank our cameraman for hanging in with us all afternoon, the one, the only, Isaac Litt. For everyone here at Abington Community Access and Media, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson. We'll see you next game.